Good morning, YouTube and YouTubers. Welcome to our channel, the Trucker with Mr. Coach channel. I apologize, a little foggy. Okay, there you go. It's Monday morning, the day before my road test. So I'm going to school to fine-tune my skills and get ready for the big day tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna basically give you what a road test would look like. So you're gonna be hearing things from me as I call out my intersections, call out what I see, and develop some muscle memory. Okay, so in my school at RoadMaster, what they did, what we got trained on, is every intersection. For example, like coming up right now. Okay, as soon as I go into this solid line, check my intersection, possible hazard right there, car coming into my lane. I'm gonna shift to my right lane and and drive like if I'm driving a truck. Okay, so it's a lot of stuff that we take for granted when we're driving regular cars, but as a truck driver, as a professional driver, you can't afford to do things like that. So I'll be here checking my intersection, checking it again, and clear. Once I pass the intersection, make sure on an 18-wheeler after 70 feet, you didn't run over a car, or your back wheels didn't run over a car. Okay. The intersections that you gotta call out are the control intersections. Whether it's a stop sign, a yellow flashing light, red light, or yield sign. Those are railroad. These are all control stops or intersections. Okay. If you're coming into a red light like I am right now, you don't have to say anything until you take off. So if I'm driving a stick truck right here, this is the moment where as soon as the light turns green, you will call it out. Prior to turning green, you're looking left and right, and you go, to your right, you look on that avenue or street as far as you can see, and to the left as well. You don't know if somebody's running the light or wants to get cute and run the light. You are to check all those things out, because again, we're the biggest on the road, but we're the turtles of the road. We don't move as fast. Checking my intersection. All right, checking it again. You check left and right to make sure nobody's coming. Once you get to this point, checking it again, clear. So the light coming here. Checking my intersection. Checking it again, clear. As annoying as that sound, the examiners on the road, they want to hear you saying it. They want to know that you have control of the situation. There are some examiners, if they see your head moving left and right and you're looking every 15 seconds, they accept that. But the majority of them want you to be, you know, they want you to verbalize. They want to hear it. Checking my intersection, checking it again, clear. We enter in a 40-mile speed limit. That's another thing that you got to call out. Right? Checking my intersection, checking it again, and clear. 45-mile-an-hour speed limit, and I'm entering the highway, or the speedway, or the freeway. It's been a wonderful 3 weeks. I've learned a lot. Hey, there you go. It's a big truck right there. That's what I'll be doing. I've learned a lot, and I can't wait. You know, can't wait. It is. I had about 6 or 7 companies that I had in mind, and it's down to, I would say, between 3 and 4. Definitely excited. It is a little bit of a scary, overwhelming feeling, but it's a good problem to have choices. You know, there are plenty of people out there that would love to go to work to any of these companies. They don't have the license, or they don't have the possibilities to go and work. So, and I understand that, but in my case, well, I have some choices, so I'm definitely gonna take my time, think about it today, and I probably won't be announcing it until either Tuesday night or Wednesday. Companies that I'm, you know, that I've talked to and done my homework. My top companies. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. I'm a firm believer of going with your heart and going with the feel. And the companies that I feel really comfortable with. There's not any particular order, but these are the companies that, as of now, that I'm really considering. You know, Prime. It's definitely one of the companies that I'm considering. I hear a lot of good things about them. But I want to make sure that I'm skeptical, you know, when it comes to all the good things that I'm hearing, because there are good things and bad things about a company that is popular and that has a lot of YouTubers that are popular, because they could influence your perception of a company, because those guys are popular. They give you free information, and you kind of familiarize yourself with them. So whatever they say, you know, you also have to take it with a grain of salt, you know, and be skeptical and do your homework. Also, Snyder, from people that I know that when I first mentioned them to me, they had nothing but good things to say about Snyder. I called them, I spoke to them briefly. I'm scheduled to talk to them today. I'm scheduled to talk to Prime today for the second time. Another company, which is it's a flatbed company, and the interest in flatbed is only because my uncle, who's my example or who's kind of like my go-to guy when I have questions. That's what he does, flatbed. So I'm thinking a little bit about flatbed. I'm not too thrilled about it, but I'm thinking about it only because I was an iron worker or worked in New York City in construction and moved to Florida running away from the cold. So I don't know if I want to be doing flatbed and getting physical and be exposed to the weather. That's the one thing that so that company, I won't even mention their name. Then Stevens, it's one that it intrigued me a lot. I've done a lot of homework on them. They seem to have a lot of hate, people that hate them and stuff like that. But again, just like a company with good, that you hear nothing but good stuff, you're skeptical about. A company that you hear people, going after. You also want to be, I don't know, I'm intrigued because I want to know, where does the hate come from? Because obviously they're a mega carrier and they do have a lot of drivers. They might not have a lot of YouTubers, even though they do have one that is very famous, King D-Raj. And if there's something that I really like about that company, or from what I hear from the stuff that I've done, I spoke to a couple of people from them, and I already have spoken to them. I'm not gonna lie to you. King D-Raj has opened my mind, and had definitely helped me look into their company, into his company. Not because of how famous he is. You got to go back to his beginnings, just like I'm going through right now. Went through his school, graduated through school, and what do you call? I like the fact that the man had a plan, from the beginning. He's a family man. I'm a family man. Got a family of 5, It's 5 of us, my wife and I, our 3 kids. I'm into sports. I play baseball. I coach baseball. I'm a coach AHAR. I coach for a lot of years. I'm 43 years old. So I coached for a lot of years. I was an assistant coach in high school in New York City, and I also coached travel baseball. So we had a lot of things in common. We come from the sports world where it's competitive, and my thinking is he comes from a sports background, and you got to have a level of competition, being a competitor. And I doubt that he'll be in a place that won't be able to compete with other places, or won't be able to get him, what he needs. I like the fact that the man had a plan from the beginning. I like the fact that he announced it to the world what his plan was. And the reason why you will do that is to hold yourself accountable. Having a plan and keeping it to yourself, it's easy. You could change your mind. You could change your mind and scratch that game plan and put another one in place. But when you answer to the world, people can always go back to that video and say, well, what happened here? So that I liked. I like the fact that he's a positive person and is giving people hope. The haters will say selling dreams. I don't think that's the case. I think he's giving people hope, young people hope, because that's what a lot of our youth need. Like I said, in high school, when I was an assistant coach in high school in New York City, between the head coach and I, the head coach, was like a father to me. Coach Korecki was like a father to me, or is like a father to me. Somebody that I could go to and ask questions about anything. And to the players, I became the good cop. The head coach was the bad cop. I became the good cop. And a lot of these young men, all they need is somebody in their corner. You're not just a coach when you're coaching baseball. You're not just their baseball coach. You become their mentor. You become their psychologist, because you deal with stuff from the house. So selling hope or giving people hope is a big thing. Every time I get a phone call from one of my players thanking me again, and for being there, from being on the corners. Many players that came into school, and they fuck up at the beginning, from the freshman year, and they got to meet us, and we made a difference in their life. We demanded high grades, to be on the baseball team. We were not just complacent with that they were good athletes. We're not just happy that they were good athletes. We demanded more. And many players nowadays call, stay in touch, and they tell you, I would not graduate without you. Give me 100 players that come in and they struggle their first year, but then every year that goes by after that, they just keep trending upwards. Don't give me players that come in straight A students from the get-go, and then their heads swell, and by the end of sophomore year, junior year, their head is so big that they think who they are, and they stop neglecting their sport and their studies because they think who they are. Give me that guy that does not give up, that finds that mentor and says, you know what, hey, I'm gonna stick by you because I know you're good people. So, don't mean to take it all the way, make it this long, but I really, really, really like that. I really like the fact that D-Rog does that. So brother, keep selling that dream, keep selling that hope, because there are people out there that are listening, and there are people out there that are changing their ways, even if they don't become truckers, but they decide to keep their license clean, to keep their life clean, to give themselves an opportunity in the future. You did your job already. Even if just one person decides, you know what, I could do that. One. That's all you need, one person. If you change somebody's life, one person, you already did your job. I see how some of these guys, they call you their mentor. That guy Jay, I hear him talk about you, and I hear him talk. He holds you as a mentor. He keeps you on that pedestal, and I think you deserve it, because again, you've been nothing but positive. And the topic has been about companies, but definitely one of the big reasons why I'm considering Steven it's you. Okay, so definitely considering that. But anyway, so people, we're getting close to getting to school. The video got a little longer than what I wanted. I wanted to just give you a little something this morning. And again, I can only hope to motivate and inspire people like they doing, like for the other people that are on YouTube doing for me. There's a Dominican guy that has a channel, and he has it's in Spanish, but the dude is just, I mean, what you see is what you get. He tells you exactly what the shit is. He doesn't sugarcoat, and it's all about positive in his channel, and it's about helping people. So yo soy Alex Abad. Is a gentleman that on his own authority. He just has one truck, but the man is so positive, and if he doesn't have the answer, he'll help you get the answer. So those are the people that I truly want to thank, because I watch and I follow their stuff, and I see what they're all about. Okay, and I hope I could do the same for other people. Thank you for coming to my channel again. Your channel, the Trucking with Mr. Coach channel. Subscribe, make comments. Anything you need me to talk about, just, write it down. I'll cover that if I know it. If I don't know it, I'll find out the answer. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell so you get notifications when I put out videos. And the sky's the limit. Oh yeah.